Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I've been gone for a few days, don't worry, I weren't kidnapped, I didn't leave or anything, I was ill. I'm not gonna lie, you could probably still hear it in my voice. Not sure what was wrong with me, I don't know if it was flu or something, I didn't really have a cold or anything like that. But I had a really bad sore throat, those type of things, and yeah, my voice is kind of still recovering a little bit, so... You know, we're not back to 100%, but we are definitely feeling a lot better, and we can finally go back to grinding out some content. That's why the Boujack Red Zone videos did kind of take a bit of a break. That's why they did pause. That's why I haven't uploaded for 2 days. But we are indeed back. We're going to try our best. And already I can feel my voice struggling a little bit, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was yesterday and the day before. So we're just going to move. We are going to move. Also, someone's doing an absolute madness in their back garden right now. I've closed the window. It's a little bit warm in here. You know, there's a bit of sun in England right now, but again, we're just going to have to firm it. We're going to have to move. Hopefully you don't really hear it too much or hear it at all, but someone is doing a madness in their back garden right now. But we've already taken EZA LR Boujack in against Shenron, did really well. We've taken him in against Cell Max, did really well. And now one of his biggest tests, I'm not sure if I take him into Cooler Court, maybe, I'm not, depends how he does here. And that is against BROLY. Now, I am tempted to run him with Freezer just so we can trigger legendary power. However, considering before we've got the 5 orbs to get the extra attack and defense plus 50%, he can tank BROLY's first phase incredibly well. So to build up Cooler, and the best way to do that is having him on rotation. I think I'm going to run them two as a rotation for the time being. Yeah, because double digits pre-super, just because we've got over like 300k defense right now. Not only that as well, we're going to be doing like over an 8 million attack stat because we do have big bad bosses and Thirst for Conquest active with Cooler. And now that he's supered, he's even more solid for the turn. So even if he gets super attacked, he should be chilling. So I think, while it's not an ideal setup for him, or even Cooler for that matter, I think for the time being, I might have Boujack and LR Cooler as a rotation. So at least that way we're triggering big bad bosses, we're triggering legendary power, and Thirst for Conquest. They're both still doing decent damage. Cooler still gets to build up along with my one on the opposite rotation. And for the time being, Boujack has enough starter turn defense, especially with 5 or more key spheres, to get the additional attack and defense plus 50%. To be able to tank pretty much double digits or well enough without even super attacking yet. So I think that's the setup I might run until probably the final phase or maybe the AoE phase. And then yeah, this can be our second rotation. My Cooler can build up enough by the time we get to BROLY's final phase. That should work. I'm not gonna lie, that should actually work out pretty well. Like, Boujack will have enough defense to be defensively solid and be okay against the majority of BROLY's phases, even before he supers, which is great, which is really good. In terms of his final phase, I mean, you know, we do need to actually start losing some HP. The only thing is that kind of counterintuitive, considering, you know, we still need to be above, like, what, the 50% HP threshold for AGL Golden Freezer to have his damage reduction. That means we can still get a decent defense boost on Boujack, or we can lose 400k because my Cooler gets super attacked. I mean, Bojack's going to have a hell of a lot of defense right now. He's going to have a hell of a lot of defense right now, which is great. But that means AGL Golden Freezer isn't tanking with damage reduction. I mean, he's on, yeah, even before we pick up an orb, we've got 347k defense with type advantage. Boujack is chilling right now. We can't actually get him 5 key spheres, which is actually the first time I think this has happened. The only thing is, it doesn't actually matter because we have enough defense for him to be able to tank fine. We can't get Janemba's support though, which is good. But he's fine, yeah, double digits because he has so much defense because we've lost so much health. Of course, this phase is going to be a breeze for him, tanking wise and damage wise, because of that big type advantage. The only thing that's a risk now is, yes, Bojack's winning because we have such low health. But, big problem, we have quite low health. And AGL Golden Freezer Doesn't have his damage reduction. So things are a little bit risky right now. We do need to recoup some health. This is what I mean. It's kind of counterintuitive to kind of lose as much HP as possible. I mean, it can still work out, but this is probably where we're gonna have to pop an item. Do you know what? We'll pop this just to pop this, just to do some extra damage. It didn't do a whole bunch, but you know. We'll pop an item. At least Golden Frieza has type advantage here, so I will leave the LR on rotation for the time being. We'll grab all of these Strength Orbs and all of these AGL Key Spheres. As long as we recoup some health next turn, just by picking up same type Key Spheres, we're actually going to be good in terms of getting Golden Frieza's damage reduction back. Not only that, Bojack's going to have a ton of defense, just because we're going to be at that, like, literally just above that 50% HP threshold. So he's still going to be getting some of the attack boost. He's going to be getting a decent defense boost, and Golden Frieza's going to have his damage reduction. So that actually works out pretty well for us. No additional supers from my cooler though, which is kind of dead, I'm not going to lie. Just hopefully the type advantage in the Whis is enough for EZA Golden Frieza if a super attack does come out. No, we're chilling. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're chilling. I didn't realize there was another basic attack, but still, we are actually chilling. Okay, now Bojack has, again, 331k defense before we even pick up some orbs. We can get 5 or more Key Spheres, so we do get the extra attack and defense plus 50%. And he goes up to 378 before we super attack. So after he supers, we will be on like just over 400k defense. An additional would be nice. So that is really good. And then, what's the other cooler on? 380, and he's going to be on like 400k by the time he supers as well. Whis is still active. We do have some decent amount of HP back as well, so Golden Frieza's damage reduction is back. Crit? No, still decent damage though, no additional double digits. We do have a Whis active, so a Whis active of over 400k defense. Bojack again will be chilling. Bojack's holding his own. As I said, the only qualm I have, or the only problem that he has right now, is he just doesn't have a good rotation partner. He doesn't have a good on-rotation partner. He doesn't have someone to link up with him. And that is why a new full-power Bojack... Oh, the damage from the friend cooler popping off right now, and the additional. But that is why I said a new full power, like standalone full power Bojack pendant. Like, it's got to happen sometime in the future to help this guy out. Okay, now we're on turn 7. I'm not sure when this Golden Frieza actually appeared. I feel like he appeared on turn 1. So I think we've been losing. I mean, it appears he loses damage reduction every single turn anyway. I will again pop an item just in case because of cooler. Do I use his active? I mean, actually no, there's no point using the active because I have just used a Whis. Hopefully we survive this. Okay, he's super attacking Golden Frieza in slot 1 with a Whis. We should be good. Yeah, 55k. I mean, there is a potential for another super attack. I'm not gonna lie, somehow I always forget that Broly can actually potentially super attack twice. Like, it's not likely. I actually always forget it's possible just because I don't see it that often. But as long as there isn't a second one, or as long as the second super attack isn't against Cooler, we're good. Just pop off some additional 12 key supers, man. That's what you need to do. Pop off with some additional 12 key super attacks. There we go. There we go. Because not only are you building your kit, you're also giving yourself more defense. It's exactly what we want. We want those defensive raises, bruh. And this is why I would really love dupes in my cooler. And I really wanted dupes when he first dropped. But just, unfortunately, couldn't get them. Because not only do you naturally, from the build do you give him, not only does he actually have an extra additional in his locker, that's not the important part. That's a bonus, right? Because that builds him up quicker. He does an extra additional. He could possibly raise his defense again for the turn. It's the crits, man. All those potential super attacks and all the potential crits is why you want dupes. Which is why in a few months' time, when the 8th anniversary drops on Global, I really do hope I can get some dupes in them. I really do. Alright, Golden Freezer doesn't have his damage reduction again, which is really annoying. I'm actually going to pop this because the friend one's chilling. But we do have a Whis active, so there is that. So we have a Whis active with 341k defense. Again, we can get ourselves 6 key spheres. We aren't getting an 18 key super attack. Not that that really matters. But we are going to raise our defense, so we will have 388k defense still with that first slot first slot attack with a Whis. So again, Broly shouldn't really be doing that much damage. Boujack should be fine. Then we're going to get the 30% defense raise after we super. Yeah, double digits. Again, this isn't even an ideal setup. Boujack shouldn't be in slot 1 at this point. Big 2.8 mode crit though. Like, Boujack just shouldn't be there, but it's actually just kind of working right now. Of course, if we were to get super attacked, even with a Whis active, it would still do a hell of a lot of damage. So again, it's not ideal, but it's actually just kind of working for us right now. But because of Golden Freezer not having his damage reduction and there's plenty of attacks in slot 3, I'm highly anticipating we're going to die here. But I think Boujack has more than shown how good he can be. I think he's shown how good he is. I mean, even without items active, Boujack, I keep going to say Broly. Boujack has shown how he can tank incredibly well. Yeah, we were taking too much damage. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. He's tanked the majority of Broly's basics for double digits. Yes, at some points we have had item active. Naturally, you are going to use items against Broly anyway. Unless you're doing no item runs. Linked up with Cooler because we have Big Bad Bosses and Thirst for Conquest active. He's doing decent and solid damage. But in terms of him tanking, done really, really well. Really, really well. Given, again, not the best setup. Shouldn't be in slot 1. But in terms of how much damage Broly can do on a basic, I've actually forgot how much Broly does exactly. I know Super's over 1 mil, but like I like the majority of units in the game, you're going to want to have an item active, you know, for units that don't have damage reduction or guard, things like that. You're going to want an item active, and with the 5 key spheres after he supers, Boujack should be fine, you know, in slot 2 or slot 3 with a Whis active. Against the Broly super, he should be fine. He might still take a chunk, but he will live, which is the important part. But in terms of how much Broly does on a basic, let me quickly take a look at this. Without an item active there, would he have been okay? Yeah, Broly does 400k on a basic, so after Boujack would have super attacked, with no item active, with the 5 key spheres, Boujack would have tanked Broly's basics for double digits, with an additional, even more, even better, even more certain. Even better linked up, he would have been even more okay. If we didn't get the 5 key spheres, he still would have tanked okay, but it wouldn't have been double digits. So yeah, even without an item active, Boujack would have been chilling there, and he's still done really, really well. I said the thing that Boujack really needs is he needs a new standalone full power Boujack to actually run on rotation with him. Slot 1 unit makes it perfect. Doesn't have to be, but as long as we get a new standalone full power Boujack, this guy will be winning and eating good. But I don't think I'm going to take him into Cooler Core just because it's a massive risk, especially with the mess of rotations we do have to run. But maybe I might give it a go because Cooler can absolutely shine against Cooler Core with that type of voltage, so we'll see. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's good to be back. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.